though. It's probably given.
All right. Watch your
My what?
your language. No, just kidding. You can swear lots. This is dope nostalgia.
I was gonna say, well, shit, I'm in trouble. I know. I need to put something over my mouth. Do you have tape?
I can't stop myself. I'm not, and I don't even have any like liquid lubricant right now. Like the, what is that called?
Gun oil?
I have no gun oil.
Oh wait, sorry, you were part of that conversation. That was the night before we picked you up.
Social lubricant. That's what I was going
Social
for.
lubricant.
We went with sexual lubricant.
I haven't seen that in years. We are coming to you from the I-90?
I-94.
The I-94 on our way to Detroit, Rock City. It is about an hour and a half till we get there, right?
We have got 1 hour and 30 minutes, 103 miles.
Perfect. All right. Adrian's in the car. Hi, Adrian.
Hi, Dope Nostalgia, friends and family. Hi.
Hi. Rebecca.
Hi.
Hi. And Chrissy next to me here.
We are the backseat princesses back here.
We just thought we'd record a little something for the show. You know, I think we should just make a gigantic episode of little snippets.
Our car ride.
Snippets.
Our conversations.
I wonder if I can take these these microphones into the venues, or if they'll be like, "That's a bomb."
I actually think they'll let you.
They will.
Yeah.
So we could like talk
People
to different
bring all these
blockheads.
types of chargers and stuff. Like,
Oh yeah, they probably wouldn't know
And
what
then
this is.
people had tons of vapes. It almost looks kind of like a vape.
yeah.
It totally
I don't
looks
know,
like a
Chrissy.
vape.
Vapes are usually a little longer.
Yeah, but some of the people had shorter ones.
With the little Russian hats on them.
We'll just set the Russian hats to the side.
Put them in the pocket. What have we seen so far on this road trip?
I don't want to say.
A lot of ugly shit.
I know. I don't want to
The state of Indiana is a scourge on our great United States.
I can say that Michigan is a lot prettier than I thought it would be. What'd you say? As long as we don't look up.
Yeah, don't look up at the film in the sky, the gray film that covers any sunlight trying to get through. But it is very beautiful. Lots of greenery because it
Lots
rains
of
all the fucking
trees.
time. Yeah, it's,
I was gonna say it's lots of trees. I really like the trees.
yeah.
Good trees. I didn't really notice a difference when we crossed the border into Michigan from Indiana.
Mhm.
I just saw more trees,
Yeah.
so I'm feeling it. We're about to hit Battle Creek here. Yesterday, we went to... Oh, tell me, ladies, about the first show, Cleveland, opening of the New Kids on the Block Magic Summer Tour. The three of you were there.
Yes.
All right. How did your day begin, and any highlights from the night?
How did it begin?
We started day drinking.
What did we start with? It seems like it was days ago.
We got up. Okay, we got up at the Kimpton, and then we went to a friend's house who lives in Cleveland. We had a little bit of a day party. They hosted us with lunch and drinks, and we decorated the car because our good friend Deb brought these really great markers. And so we decorated the car, which was really fun. And then we made our way to Blossom
You
Music
added
Center.
your Venmo.
Yeah, so on the car, we added at Rattail and KOTB on Venmo so that if people wanted to buy us a shot and they were driving by us, that they could. And guess what?
How much money?
We have made $45 so far.
That's
So,
incredible.
that's pretty cool.
What is the Venmo that what they can donate to if they want to buy a shot for the rest of the trip?
It's at Rattail and KOTB together, all together, lowercase.
I think we
Maybe
should
repeat
publish
it again,
this
just in
tonight.
case.
At Rattail and KOTB, all lowercase, all together.
All right.
So if you want to buy one of our lovely friends here a shot for the Magic Summer Tour, just head on to Venmo, guys. You'll be supporting a good cause.
You'll be supporting our drunkenness, which is great. And then what did we do? We tried to get to the show a little bit early. That was complicated.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, because they had their shit together. We were not
Yeah, they
expecting
They did have their shit
them
together
having
at
their
the
shit
beginning.
together.
Yes.
Because the parking lot was supposed to open at 2:45, but for VIP holders, and we didn't have VIP for that show. And we were like, well, we can just go and park and start tailgating. And then we drive up and they have a freaking list, and we're like, oh crap.
Check.
Just checking. So
and
we ended up at a winery.
yeah, right across
street.
the street from the venue,
And
there was
Danny's
a winery.
dad was there.
Danny's dad was there.
Yeah, and he came up and talked to us.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember at one point we were all wearing our new kids concert gear, and he said something about fans, and I'm like, how do you know we're fans? And he looked at me kind of like, what? And he was some joke.
It was actually really funny.
Didn't come across as funny here.
We
but that's
we
okay.
had quite a bit to drink by that point in time. Well,
Not
Rebecca
me.
and I did because Adrian was our nice sober driver.
So I might have had some drinks. I was not feeling anything though. At that point.
I might be feeling it tonight. We'll see. But how did the first show go?
It was good. We were in the lawn.
Yeah, we were up on the
although
lawn.
Adrian knew somebody who gave her tickets.
Yeah, that was really exciting. So really, really interesting. We had lawn seats, and I was very excited to be on the lawn because it's kind of a cool place to watch a first show. Like and the lawn is such a vibe, such a fun vibe. And I knew that we were meeting a really fun group of folks, so I knew it was going to be fun. And then I met up with two blockheads that I've started to get to know because they live in Michigan, and they came up to me and they had 2 tickets down on the floor that they couldn't sell because they upgraded to meet and greets, and they gave them to me, and I offered to pay, and they were just like, nope, couldn't sell them, have a great time. And I was looking at the ticket, I was like, J40, or J whatever, and I just thought, oh, it's probably just down there somewhere. And so I kind of arranged a system. This was the fairest system I could come up with because I was with some amazing friends, but I had friends that that are in this car right now that have flown here to go to these shows with me. And so I was like, okay, we got to do this the fairest way possible. So it's like, we got to split this up by songs. So I'm going to bring Rebecca for the first 5 songs. Then she's going to tag off Chrissy. And then Chrissy's going to tag off Deb. And when Rebecca and I are walking down there, Rebecca, what?
We just kept going further and further closer to the stage, and I was like, oh my gosh. It ended up being the 8th row, I think I counted.
Yes. 8th row, very left side, with amazing view for the opening night. It was such a gift.
So surprising to...
It was magic.
It really was magic.
It was magic, and that's the name of the fucking tour. So it just was so amazing. For me,
Speed check reported ahead on I-94 East.
the cops are out. For me, and also for Rebecca, right? And
Oh, yes.
Chrissy, it allowed us to go live for folks.
Mm-hmm.
And so many blockheads who could not be at opening night, they were almost desperate, and I understand why. They were just like, somebody go live. And so it felt like a gift that we were able to go live. And then Rebecca went and got Chrissy, and then
I love that you did the switch off.
Yeah,
And
the
it
switch
wasn't
off
too
was fun.
inconvenient.
I was super duper shocked, but it ended up being perfect because Adrian and I were blubbery messes together at one point, and so at least Rebecca didn't have to deal
I'm
with
so
that.
glad you guys have each other to cry with, so I don't have to be a part of it. Not me.
I'm not sure there's been one show that I haven't cried at.
You mean of all New Kid shows? Or
Uh-huh.
yeah? Or
Last
the-
night, I
for
think last
two?
night was the first show I hadn't cried at. I was in a different frame of mind.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to give away any spoilers yet.
I'll say something real quick that's not a spoiler anymore.
Okay.
They played pop, and then they didn't play it the next time.
That was an interesting removal from the song list.
A
Yeah.
welcome removal. Is that what we could call that?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Appreciated. It was a very I think they maybe heard our feedback around that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm curious with the evolution of the first couple of shows, seeing things get tightened up and moved around and stuff. I'm curious to see if that winds its way back in by, say, the California shows, or if it stays out.
I
Or-
definitely like the second one better. I mean, in comparison to the first show to the second show.
I don't think this is a spoiler, but I am going to say this is one of the most beautiful stage setups they've had with the
Amazing.
screens and everything. It's over the top.
Yes, I was actually kind of sitting there in awe last night because I really didn't take it all in the first night, those couple of songs.
Well, from the lawn and kind of from the side where we were, you really couldn't see all of the stage either, like full straight on.
Well, and it wasn't even that, but for some reason I feel like the misters at Blossom were going harder than the ones last night, and it kind of added like more of a mist to the stage, and it was a little bit harder to see all of the screens. And I also think maybe the way Boston was set up, or not Boston, Blossom.
I was just going to say, what?
Yeah, because just seeing there's like massive screens on either side, but even across the top sign, it's like not just rectangular screens. They're like 90s vibe shapes. And there's
Made me think of
screens
my
just
quilt.
everywhere.
From back then.
It's just one massive screen in different shapes and sizes. It really
It
is.
was really cool.
We're not going to give away any spoilers right now, but I'll tell you a little bit about the individual yesterday.
This is a big deal.
This is a big deal. Great story. Story time.
The individual meet and greet, there's 10 of them available per show. And you have to be extremely fast and lucky to grab one. And I finally was able to make it happen. So I've been pumped for months now and nervous about this meeting where I got to spend, 3 to 5 minutes with all 5 new kids. And
Just you.
yeah. And so it finally happened, and I was like, oh, do I plan out what to say? I thought about 3 important things that I wanted to say, and I was afraid I'd forget them, but I didn't, so it was good. And then Danny takes your arm, takes you by the arm, leads you in, and you say hi to Danny, and then Donnie took me by the other arm, and he does the whole, like, oh, it's good to see you, and I had a dope nostalgia bracelet on my wrist, and I took it off, and I was like, is it okay if I give this to you? I see you're wearing some bracelets. And he put it on right away, and then he looks down and he points at it, and he's like, this is a big deal. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? He's like, what you're doing here is like, this is a big deal, like it's going well. And I said, I work really hard, like I'm meeting that, like I appreciate what he's saying, right? And basically he's like, a lot of blockheads out there probably think that I just do a majority of new kids content, but he sees that it's so much more than that. So it made me feel really wonderful, and that he remembered that I had done the Perfect Gentleman episode, the reunion. I mentioned that I had talked to Taymula, and Taymula said that he had talked to Donnie about it, and he's like, yeah.
Oh,
So-
that's really cool.
And then I talked to. Then it was time to see Jordan. And
You
as I'm
remembered how to
going-
walk?
What's that?
And you remembered how to walk?
I barely remembered how to talk. I looked at him, looked at me, embraced me. I said, oh, you're my favorite guy. And then we were like hugging, and we were like cheek to cheek, and we did our photo. And then, this shout out to Megan. I rubbed some of that Jordan essence all over your face. Do with that what you will. Anyway, yeah. And then, so that was nice. Then I asked them for the group hug photo, which is my absolute favorite. And I want to give a huge shout out there to, what's her name again? What's the photographer's name again?
Paris.
To Paris. I'm going to edit that. I'm going to give a big shout out to Paris for taking such beautiful photos, because it meant a lot to me.
Your
There's a lot of
pictures are beautiful. I mean,
Framers.
you look amazing.
Thank you.
So did the guys. But you looked amazing.
Thank you.
She did a really great job capturing those moments. Not just the post pics, but the moments are the ones where,
They're laughing with you.
they're laughing with you. It's just,
And it brings you back to that memory of what you guys were talking about at that moment, kind of thing.
those they're probably some of your favorite.
Hell yeah, I loved it. There's some really good shots. And then I said to Jordan, mentioned something where I was like, usually on the podcast there's a lot of questions I want to ask. I don't think he had any idea what I meant by podcast because we didn't have a conversation to make him understand that. And I said, I've always wanted to ask you, on Marky Mark's album, Music for the People, how many songs did you sing on? And he's just kind of like, looks like, none? And I'm like, no, you did. I'm like pretty certain that you sang on that song, About Time I Funk You. And he's like, oh. And so he's thoughtful. You can tell he's really trying to remember. He's like, maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe. And then he's like, you need to ask Donnie. So that was talking with Jordan. And then over to Joe. And I said, Joe, are you pumped? Are you getting ready for the tour? Are you pumped? He's like, well, pumped isn't exactly the word I would use to describe it. Some kind of like excitement, sure. I kind of tuned out to what he was saying because I was so like excited that I don't remember everything he said, except I looked down at his pants and pointed at them and I was like, nice pants. Joe's pants are always a topic of conversation for the meet and greets, hey?
Yeah. Or even just his solo Joe. They tend to be a topic of conversation.
Accessories he uses.
Yeah. When you first were describing the green pants, we were thinking that you were talking about his green velvet pants from his solo shows.
Velvet
Okay.
pants.
And those are form-fitting and gorgeous. And
Joe, if you ever listen to this, please only wear velvet pants.
Velvet pants, Joe.
Only velvet pants.
And then we
But
saw
not
your pictures.
velvet pants in the 95 degree.
Okay, so if you're wearing pants.
What if he did velvet shorts?
Oh my god.
Oh.
That would be more 80s,
Do
right?
a velvet short, Joey.
I'm picturing, like, do you think the velvet pants would be very form-fitting? Like, they'd really show off the shapes quite nicely?
I mean, in my head they do.
What
Okay.
shapes are you talking about, Naomi?
His quad muscles. She's talking about his quad muscles.
Muscles. Yeah, nice shapes.
Are we thinking like vegetables, like pink ones or purple ones?
Yeah,
Purple veggies?
special treat.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Daddy Day.
Happy Daddy Day.
Happy Daddy's treat.
Okay, so yeah, just to wrap things up, then I spoke with John. I said, I don't know how you're doing with like spoilers and stuff, but how are things coming along with the cabins that you were working on right now? And he made some like giggle kind of thing, like, or laughing. You'll have to tune in to the show on Tuesday or whatever time. And I don't know what day he actually said. And then we just started laughing, and I said no, but in all serious, our crew, like the Meow Meow Crew, I said we would like to come out and rent a cabin and come check it out when it's all done. And he's nodding, smiling, laughing, being awesome. Jordan, I was listening to that too, kind of piped in like, oh yeah, kind of thing. Didn't say much, but then I wished them all the best and said thank you and I love you guys. And
How was your John hug? Was it like
John, I got 2 John hugs
Ooh.
that day, and he does. It's the rumors are true. His hugs are incredible. You really feel embraced. Actually, all the hugs were good, all 5.
So I know it's actually Tuesday that the show premieres, and we're going to be at the concert.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me almost wonders, like Donnie did on the cruise, where they like popped up and showed that episode of Blue Bloods or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost curious while everyone's waiting for the show to start, if they'll just like pop it up on the screen, like, hey.
Yeah, instead of Paula Abdul, let's watch the camp retreat.
Well, if she cancels again, I mean, they can start it just a few minutes early.
Mm-hmm.
Folks can keep themselves entertained until DJ Jazzy Jeff takes over.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank you all. Do you guys want to add anything before we wrap this up?
No, it's just a pretty high energy show. It was lots of fun.
But the other part that made it lots of fun is the fact that we were all together and
Yes.
getting to see everybody and meeting new people or people that we've seen online. it's really nice to be able to connect faces to names and actually know that they're real people, not just somebody on a screen.
Yeah, it was nice to meet a few new faces too. Like I got to meet Jennifer Chandler and her husband, and like actually a lot of new people. New photo group for me. I didn't know anyone in my photo group, and they're all lovely people.
Adrian, anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun.
And even she would have more fun if more people would donate to the Venmo at Rattail NKOTV. Again, that's RATTAIL NKOTV.
I would. No, I'm having a lot of fun. I think the show is amazing. But for this tour in particular, for me, the people I'm doing the shows with is more important.
Agreed.
Yeah, like that. It's just that type of tour for me, and getting to spend time with people I love is a big priority for me right now. And so, getting to do that at shows is pretty spectacular. Because some people just hang out in their living rooms with people that they love, and I'm out here.
Driving through states,
Driving
and concerts.
Exactly, road tripping and just living my best life. So I'm hoping everybody can tap into that this tour.
Yes.
I was gonna say the first night, I feel like I missed so much of the concert because I was, except for when I was up with you, I was just so into dancing and
Yes,
singing
Chrissy.
and stuff with all of our friends on the lawn, especially our friend that we hadn't met, that we have known for 4 years, and it was her daughter's first New Kids concert. So that
And
was just a really fun
Her
experience.
daughter seemed like she really enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a great start. We're only 2 shows in. So we just wrapped in Chicago. Tuesday we'll be in Detroit. And hopefully we'll see a bunch of you there. And I'll be flying back to Canada. But Jimmy and I are coming down to California at the end of the month. James P. White, the Jedi Jimmy podcast. It's going to be a good time. So we'll do another little shorty episode like this. Thanks, ladies.
Maybe from
Thank you.
over
Yay,
by
that
Rebecca's
was
pool.
fun.
Yes. Live from the pool at Rebecca's house. Next episode.
Yes, that's gonna be fucking hilarious. Oh, they're gonna find out where the secret pee spot is behind your bar, where we all go
yeah.
and pee because we're drunk as fuck.
Oh, I should bring my she-ness so that what do they call that thing?
Shiwi?
Shiwi. So I can pee standing up.
It's basically like a funnel that's at an
I do
angle.
that anyway.
But it's a funnel that allows you to target where your pee
Oh my
lands.
gosh, Tyrone would love so much if we can make it in one spot.
Just have some disposable shiwi.
Tyrone just wants us all to have penises. So we can aim. Sorry, Tyrone.
I don't think he wants me to have one.
No,
No, she doesn't.
Just control your
just
flow.
your friends.
Control your pee flow.
Yes.
If
Get
he
it?
wouldn't,
This episode brought to you by Shiwi.
if he wouldn't serve us so many delicious drinks,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have to pee all the time.
It's his fault.
It totally is his fault.
Tyrone's fault.
It's awful. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.